I'm Audrey Keck. I'm Jaden Sharp, and this is NAC News.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the road starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you too.
There sure has been a lot going on this week here at North Andrew. I did a story on it. Let's watch it.
On Monday, April 22, 2019, North Andrew is not in session due to it being the day after Easter. On Tuesday, April 23, 2019, there was high school and middle school track and high school baseball. For middle school track, there were 3 records set: Michaela Seibert in pole vault, 6 feet 6 inches, Jacob Chittum in shot put, 41 feet 11 inches, and Hayden Ecker in long jump, 17 feet 9 inches. The baseball team played Milan at home and won 7-6. On Wednesday, April 24, 2019, FFA left for state and high school baseball played. The students that attended state FFA were Levi Linville, Proficiency Award winner, he won in the Northwest region, Emily Cole, Hannah Raymond, and Faith Atkins, agronomy team. Emily is receiving a state degree. Jaden Bowman, Sarah Miller, and Kaya Mortimer, entomology team. Abby Chambers, Jillian Galbraith, Mercedes Todd, and Caitlin Rathbun, floriculture team, and McKinley Lillard, Sean Houston, and Brayton Erickson, dairy cattle team. Baseball played at home against DeKalb and won 13-3. On Thursday, April 25, 2019, there is high school track and students left for the state music contest. The students who went to state music were Corbin Warren, French horn solo, Nick Taylor, snare solo, and Wyman Wheeler and Preston Bell, singing solos. On Friday, April 26, 2019, students left for State History Day.
Along with everything going on this week, 2 weeks ago was prom, and Sophie did a story on it.
On April 13th, 2019, the North Andrew hosted their Enchanted Forest prom. This year's prom was decorated by the juniors. Prom consisted of pictures at Krug Park, dinner with their dates, promenade, dancing, and after prom. Before prom began, there was promenade. After promenade, the students and their dates took pictures in front of the waterfall backdrop that had a miniature pond with 24 goldfish and half a dozen bullhead. The North Andrew prom king and queen were Emily Cole and Logan Hughes. There was a photo booth at prom. It was fun to watch everybody goof around with the props and take funny pictures. Later that night, APE, After Prom Extravaganza, started. After prom consisted of food, a hypnotist, bounce houses, movies, and many prizes. I asked Wyman Wheeler and Hannah Raymond what their most memorable parts of prom were. Wyman said, watching Hunter eat a live fish, and Hannah said, getting hit in the head during dodgeball by Ezra. Thank you to the junior class for creating a fun and exciting prom for the North Andrew students and guests.
The world almost lost a famous landmark this past week. Audrey did a story on that.
The Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, France, was saved by the firemen of Paris. The cathedral caught on fire on April 15, 2019, and was finally put out the next day on April 15th. Authorities are still unsure about the cause of the fire, but it will be investigated. The cathedral was under construction already, and the scaffolding that was there for construction has been destroyed. The very high vaulted ceiling with intricate designs collapsed inside the cathedral during the fire. Many of the ancient artifacts have been saved from the cathedral as well. Officials are also saying there could be lead exposure because the building is so old. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, addressed the issue after it happened and said that they will be rebuilding the cathedral. They have started a donation fund, and the reconstruction will happen within the next few years. Although the president wants to rebuild very soon, construction workers of France are saying that this big of a project could take 10 to 15 years. They have gathered $1 billion in just 2 days for the reconstruction of the cathedral. The people of Paris were very distraught by this tragedy. They gathered around the cathedral and sang hymns while it burned in front of them. The world may have lost an important piece of history, but France has vowed to rebuild so the cathedral can be enjoyed by generations to come.
Along with the tragedy of the Notre Dame Cathedral, Sri Lanka experienced their own tragedy this past week, and Sean did a story on it.
A series of bombs ripped through the churches and hotels in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday, killing at least 290 people and injuring hundreds. Several of those bombs went off in churches during Easter services in 3 cities. Sri Lanka's minority Christian community, which accounts for less than 10% of the country's total population of 21.4 million, appeared to be the main target of the coordinated attacks. All the attacks on the 21st of April 2019 were carried out in either places of worship or places where foreign visitors were affected. Any further attacks may be targeted against similar locations. Though it wasn't immediately clear who was behind the 8 explosions that paralyzed the country, Commissioner of Sri Lanka to the UK said the blasts were certainly an act of terror. 10 days before the attacks, an intelligence memo warning the possible attacks had been circulated, raising questions about whether more could have been done to prevent the attacks. An island-wide curfew was implemented until the following morning.
I'm Jaden Sharp. I'm Audrey Keck, and this is NAC News, signing off.